Hey guys, Mimi here. This is my first actual video. I'm going to be doing a series of videos on controversies in the cosplay community, and so I like talking about controversial subjects and subjects that people wouldn't normally talk civilly about. I think that if they're controversial, then they need to be talked about, especially in the cosplay community, where there seems to be side A, side B, and maybe a little bit in side C. So, tonight, I'm going to put in some of my own opinions too. I don't normally do this, but I really want to start a discussion. So if you have something that you disagree with me, that's totally fine. That's totally you. I'm not going to judge you. And I'm hoping that no one else will judge you for your opinions either, because on my discussions, I don't like the whole judgy thing. Nobody likes somebody who's judgy. So don't be judgy. Alright, so tonight's topic is going to be cosplay and GoFundMe. This is something that's kind of new. I mean, GoFundMe hasn't been around for years and years and years. It's not as old as the community. So, now people are starting to take advantage of, finding ways to fund for their costumes. What do I think? I think people can do whatever the hell they want. I mean, it's not hurting me. It's not hurting anybody else. And honestly, if somebody really wants this enough, then I don't really see the harm in it. As long as they're not like, hey, give me your money or I'm going to shoot you. That's not okay. Stealing is not okay. Duping people is not okay either. While I think having perks is a pretty good idea, I don't think that it's absolutely necessary. But again, whatever floats everybody's boat. It's not something that I would do personally, because I like making my own money and spending it on my costumes. And my costumes tend to get expensive lately. Normally, we're not going to talk about that. Moving right along. So, yeah, it's not something that's going to be horrible. It's different. It's new. And normally when something new comes into something that's been around a while, there's going to be people that are going to disagree, and people who are not going to like it. Especially if it's something that they wouldn't normally do. People don't particularly as easily agree with the norms. So when somebody goes against these norms, then we're going to have a little bit of a disagreement on some people's parts. And that's okay. But I think that we should stop giving cosplayers grief for starting GoFundMes. Recently there was that girl who wanted to have breast implants for her costumes. That's totally her thing. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, then she should have every right to do it without, being told that she's some sort of slut, or, being told that she needs to go out and get a job. How do we know her life situation? I mean, how do we know that she didn't have, some sort of detrimental thing going on? This is something for her, and people want to do something for themselves a lot to make them happy. And I feel that everybody has the right to be happy. I mean, if that means having a breast implant, then that's fine. That's your thing. I just don't think that we should be as judgmental as we have been on these things. While it may not be something you want to do or you agree with, that doesn't mean you can go right out and start making fun of people. That's kind of rude. And yes, some of you people on my newsfeed have been rude. I don't care how close of friends we are. You've been rude. But that's just people. And so what if they're doing something that's unorthodox, at least to you? We just need to learn to be more accepting. Once we start accepting others and their decisions and their ideas, then our community will come together so much easier. So, if you could start a cosplay GoFundMe, and your friends who don't have any obligations donate money or sponsor you, how wouldn't you do it? I mean, it's just like, if you had the opportunity to make a comic book about yourself, wouldn't you do it? It's kind of the same thing, but at the same time, it's something for you. And while I personally believe that you should, work hard for the things that you want in life, that, there's this massive amount of joy that you can get just by saving up your money, working hard, and then paying for it yourself. I also find that knowing that my friends support me and the things that make me happy, that's an amazing feeling. I don't expect you guys to, if I put up a GoFundMe, I don't expect you guys to pay for all of my Warblast stuff. But if you guys did, if I put it up and you guys, donated, I don't know, $300 for a couple sheets of jumbo-sized Warbler, that would make me happy, because while I already know that you guys are there to support me, it's different when it's that measure of support. It's trying to think how to explain it. There's materialistic support, emotional support, and knowing that your friends are there for you no matter what. This is kind of more the materialistic support that I'm talking about. It's different. It's like Christmas. If you get kicked out of your house, a friend, could be like, well, here's some money to have some lunches, and here's some money to, or you can come stay at my place and crash on the couch or whatever. That's kind of what it is, but it's just a different form of support. Nobody's obligated to donate this money, and whether or not that there's perks or anything, I think the people who are donating are perfectly fine with that. It is their money. They should be able to do whatever they want with it, right? As for the people who start these GoFundMes, it shouldn't be shamed. And you shouldn't automatically assume that you know what somebody's life, is like. I mean, how do we know that this person hasn't gone through, tons of cancer treatments, is absolutely drained of funds for the things they would love to do because of their medical bills? How do we know that this person who put up this GoFundMe, how do we know they haven't been, kicked out of a house or lost a car or something? And while, yes, we should consider our priorities first, but at the same time, I don't believe that everyone is capable of living without some form of happiness. And without that happy drive, some people tend to fail more than they succeed, because they don't have that go-to support, or that internal emotional drive. So I think that we should stop giving cosplayers who start GoFundMes grief, and B, stop being so judgmental before we know all the facts. That's my opinion, my thoughts. You don't have to agree with it. That's totally fine. But I would be interested in hearing what you guys have to say. So, in the comments below, tell me what you have to say about it. And also, I would love to know what you guys want to discuss in the future, and what you guys want to hear my opinion on. I'm going to start posting my opinions in videos, because that way you can see my face. Because sometimes I can be sarcastic, and you can't really tell when somebody's typing. Yeah, I don't particularly like reading text, because that vocal connotations are lacking, the intonations and everything, the non-verbal communication isn't there. So you can see my nonverbal communication, and I'm not like super serious. No, I'm enjoying this. I want to hear what you have to say, so say it. Don't censor your thoughts, because hey, that's no fun. Censoring your opinion for the sake of others, that's holding yourself back. So go do it. And I will look forward to it. And I'll look forward to the next video. Goodbye, everyone.